Hello, I'm Dr. Rob Branston from the Centre for Governance, Regulation and Industrial Strategy at the University of Bath School of Management. Thank you for watching this video abstract for the paper we have recently had published in the British Journal of Management that considers regulatory knowledge in micro firms. Regulations of many different types impact upon our daily lives, whether as individual consumers, employees or business operators. They cover everything from ensuring individuals are not discriminated against and have reasonable working conditions, to having mains water services that are safe to drink and are fairly priced. As a business operator, in order to comply with regulation, you must first know what is required of you. In micro firms, which are widely considered to be firms with up to 9 employees, this responsibility generally falls on the manager, who is usually also the owner and who must therefore take responsibility for almost all aspects of the business. This means that not only are these firms uniquely short of resources, with owner-managers often focused on day-to-day operation rather than business development or regulatory research, but also that they are often overlooked in favour of larger, small firms in existing academic literature. And yet, micro firms account for 96% of all UK businesses, 32% of private sector employment and 19% of private sector turnover. For our research, we surveyed microfirm owner-managers in the English accommodation industry to find out what these owner-managers thought they knew about 4 widely relevant areas of regulation, namely employment, anti-discrimination, fire, and health and safety. We also tested what they actually knew about the regulations in these areas. This kind of testing for knowledge is currently uncommon in managerial research, resulting in our novel distinction between perceived knowledge and actual knowledge. We found that these owner-managers demonstrated hubris by admitting to believing themselves to hold generally poor levels of core knowledge in key areas of regulation, while consciously continuing to operate their businesses with this imperfect knowledge. We also found that owner-managers had poor levels of actual knowledge and that there were significant differences between their actual and perceived knowledge levels. To further explore perceived knowledge and actual knowledge, we considered the roles of attitude in trade association membership. A positive attitude towards regulation was found to be positively associated with both forms of knowledge, which suggests that a healthy attitude is an important part of learning about regulation. Trade associations are an important source of support for small firms, as they provide a variety of services and functions to member firms, and thereby help such firms cope with their limited internal resources. In the context of our study, we thought they were uniquely placed to interpret, simplify, and deliver regulatory guidance, thereby boosting knowledge levels. Surprisingly though, we found that while trade association membership was positively associated with enhanced perceived knowledge, there was no statistical link with actual knowledge, suggesting that trade association membership doesn't in fact improve actual knowledge of regulation. We posit this may be due to many factors such as information overload or a false sense of security engendered by owner-managers receiving, but not necessarily reading, the excellent guidance we know is provided in this sector. In light of these findings, we develop a number of recommendations as to how the regulatory knowledge of owner-managers can be improved through techniques specifically targeted at micro firms for whom traditional methods may be ineffective. These include facilitating self-assessment to help owner-managers more accurately assess their level of knowledge, measures to improve attitude towards regulation, and targeting older firms as we found they often had lower knowledge levels. In the paper, we suggest specific ways these might be implemented in practice. We also make a number of suggestions for future research, including building on our methodology for assessing knowledge. We hope that you will enjoy reading our paper and have provided a teaching guide should you wish to incorporate it in future teaching sessions. In the paper, we have brought together existing literature about knowledge and the roles of trade associations, and have done so in the context of micro firms whom are among the most difficult firms to research. We'd like to thank everyone who took part in the study and everyone else who also helped to make it possible. Thank you for watching this video abstract.